Hello, welcome. Happy Monday. Can't believe it's Monday already. If you're watching the live, then feel free to leave a comment and just say hello. Otherwise, you can watch it on catch up whenever you like. So today we're going to focus on our pelvic floor and our core, which is really, really important when we are pregnant. I'm just going to see if I can switch my light on. There we go. So hopefully you can see me a bit better now. So yeah, really, really important when we're pregnant. So from about 12 weeks onwards, your pelvic floor is already under a little bit of pressure with the growing weight of your uterus and your baby. So your pelvic floor is almost like a hammock of muscles and fascia, and it supports your bowel, your uterus, and your bladder. And of course, when we have got our growing bumps, then that can also change our posture as well. So maybe you might find that your pelvis starts to tuck under a little bit, and then you have a little bit of like an arch in your back, and then that can cause a little bit of backache. So I think that what we're going to focus on today is a few poses to try and release the back, so helping just to ease off any back pain that you might be experiencing, but also to really focus on your pelvic floor exercises. So hopefully you'll be able to do your pelvic floor exercises sort of 2 to 3 times a day. Don't worry if you're not at the moment, and I'll try and post a few reminders in there for you. And then we'll also do some core strengthening work as well. So we'll start off with our birth breathing. So it's almost like a diaphragmatic breath. So it will really help just to release as you inhale. As you exhale, you'll feel everything drawing back in, maybe the pelvic floor lifting. And then we just keep going with that breath. And it's also really good for your parasympathetic side of the nervous system as well. So it'll help you to feel really, really calm. So perfect if you've been feeling sort of any anxiety or worry, or you're struggling to sleep. So we'll get started. I don't think there was anything else that I was going to say today. Yeah, let's get started. So I'm just going to sit on top of my block, but if you've got a cushion off of your bed, then that would be perfect. If you've got any pelvic pains, SPD, then feel free to sit in a kneeling position, or you could have one leg out straight or 2 legs out the front, and then maybe just leaning back on a wall. So just finding a position that's comfortable for you, but so that you've got a bit of length coming up through your spine. So just placing one foot in front of the other if you're sat in your easy pose. We're going to have our palms facing up, and then just taking our 3 arrival breaths. We're going to take a big inhale, so squeezing the shoulders up towards the ears, and then sigh it out. We'll just do that 2 more times. Really let it all go. Lovely. And then just bringing both of the hands to the belly. So you've got your fingers just slightly touching. And then as we take a really big inhale through the nose, just notice if you can feel your belly expanding. So you might find that the fingertips move apart slightly. And then as you exhale, you might find that your belly draws in slightly, and then your fingers draw back together. So we'll just sit, just focusing on that for a moment. So big inhale through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth. So really engage in the muscles in the back of the throat. And this is really going to help work the diaphragm with the pelvic floor as well. So this will really help you to relax the pelvic floor as well as strengthening the pelvic floor. So keep filling up the belly as if you're trying to fill up a big balloon. And then as you exhale, just let all of it go. And as we exhale, we really want to feel that sort of letting go of the pelvic floor, because when we're giving birth, we really want everything to be able to relax and make space. So our pelvic floor almost, well, it's kind of like a sphincter muscle. So if you're really anxious or stressed, then it's just really going to tighten up. So that's not going to make much space for your baby to move out. So we really want to be able to focus on that release and that letting go on the exhale. So this time we're just going to take the hands up to the ribs, and then same as before, just inhale, expanding the belly, allowing it to be soft, feeling that expansion through the rib cage. And then as you exhale, just let it go completely. Just keep going at your own pace. You're really looking to feel the ribs expanding outwards, the front ways, and out through the back as well. So looking for that 360 breath. So we'll just do that 2 more times. And then taking the hands up to your chest. And again, just taking a big inhale, expansion through the belly, the ribs, and then maybe just feeling the heart center lift. Just keep going with that breath. Just notice how you're feeling. So using our breath as a key tool when we're feeling stressed or anxious, a really key tool for when you're giving birth. So whenever you feel overwhelmed, stressed, a sense of, I'm trying to think of the word, just like you really need to come back to yourself and recenter yourself, then just come back to the breath. It's really simple things as noticing the temperature of the inhale as it comes out in through your nose. How does it feel as it comes back out? Just noticing the movement and the ease of your body when you're breathing. Really lengthening the exhales. And then just open the eyes, resting the hands down. Just taking a few shoulder rolls here. And then just placing your left hand either onto your belly or onto that opposite knee. We're going to walk that right hand behind you. Place it on the small of your back, so the bottom of your back. Inhale as you lengthen, and then just peel that shoulder back as you look over your shoulder. So just coming into a really gentle twist here. So holding it there. And then exhale, coming all the way around. So again, either hand on the belly or the opposite leg. Finding that length up through the spine. Big inhale. And then exhale, taking that left hand behind you, peeling that shoulder back, looking over your shoulder. And then moving forward, lovely. So just coming into a few circles, just to work all the way up through the body. So tipping the tailbone out as you bring the heart center forward, and then sort of curving the spine as you move back. So pausing there, going the opposite way. Inhale, exhale back. One more time. Lovely. And then just shake it out. Maybe just taking the right ear to the right shoulder, dropping the chin out, taking the head all the way to the other side. And then taking it back again. So just a few more times exploring that movement. And then head back to centre. Lovely. So let's come into our pelvic floor exercises. So there's loads of different ways that we can do them. I think today we're going to come down onto our forearms. So just coming into your all fours. So knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. And then just coming down onto your forearms. And you can widen your knees slightly if you need to, if you just need a little bit more steadiness. Just pressing the fingertips into the ground and then just having a really nice long neck. So we're just going to take a moment here. So there's 3 parts to the pelvic floor. So we're going to start off with the front part around your urethra. And don't worry if you struggle to identify the 3 bits that I'm explaining now. Just keep going with the breath, see what happens without any judgment. And then the more we can practice this, the more it will come, okay? So finding the area around the urethra, so this, to identify this part, it would be as if you were trying to stop a wee from coming out. So it's that sort of sensation. So we're just going to engage, release, engage, release, engage, release as fast as you can. So big inhale, engage, release, engage, release, engage, release, engage, release. So just keep going. Blowing the breath out as if you're trying to blow out lots of candles on a birthday cake. So release, engage, release, engage, release, engage. Okay, now we're going to come to the back part. So we're going to engage the muscles all around the anus. So imagine that you are trying to stop a fart from coming out. That's probably the most polite way that I can put it. And we only want to do it about 3 out of 10 in strength. So if you find that you're really gripping onto your bum cheeks, you're really clenching, then you're probably doing it way too hard. So it's really, really, really subtle. So as we inhale, we're going to engage the muscles all around the anus. And then as we exhale, just completely release and let go. So big inhale, engage the muscles. And then exhale to let go. So it's always like a sense of a squeeze and a lift. Sometimes they say to imagine that you are trying to pick up a blueberry with your bottom. So it's that sort of sucking up almost. So keep moving with the breath. A few more times. Lovely, well done. And then this time we're going to bring it all together. So it's the front, the back, but we're really focusing on the vaginal wall. So it's almost a sense of like a squeezing them together, but a lift. Okay? So as we inhale, so we do it the reverse to what we would if we were postnatal. So in pregnancy, we inhale and squeeze the pelvic floor. And then as we exhale, we release, because we're really trying to train ourselves to be able to relax the pelvic floor on the exhale. So really good prep for birth. So again, big inhale, engage the pelvic floor muscles. So feeling that squeeze and a lift of the pelvic floor. And then exhale, completely relax, let go. So keep going at your own time. So 2 more times. Big inhale, squeezing and lifting up the pelvic floor. And then exhale to release. Just do that 2 more times. Lovely. And then just keeping your forearms where they are, I'm just going to come into a few circles. So this should feel really nice through the shoulders. It's just circling one way, pausing there, and then just circling the other way. Lovely. And then we're going to come into a half puppy pose. So we're going to take our right elbow, take it to the edge of our mat, and then just resting our forehead down, we're going to stretch out that left arm and just pressing it down and just sending your tailbone away, heart center melting towards the floor. And you can either stay here or you can reach both of your hands out to the floor. So it's completely up to you. So really pressing down in the palms. Really finding that length through the spine. Big long exhale. And then if you've just got the left arm out, bring it back. So placing that left hand to the top of your head. Taking that left elbow to the edge of your mat. And then reaching forward with the right arm. Big long exhale. Relax the pelvic floor. Relax the jaw. And then just bringing the elbows back in. Pressing up. Walking the hands back, tucking in the toes. So just taking a few moments just to come into a few circles of the wrists. So just really nice release here. Taking the hands behind us, interlacing the fingers. Sending the heart center forward, peeling back the shoulders. And then you can just bounce the arms. Again, a really nice release for the back and the shoulders. Just keep connecting back in with that breath. Lovely, nice big shoulder roll. So let's come into some cat-cows. So again, just remembering that in pregnancy, we don't want to droop the belly down too much because again, that's going to put too much pressure onto your spine. So keeping a fairly flat back, again, you can come onto the tips of your toes and just feel that shift. And then staying exactly where you are, you can then just drop the hands down. We're going to inhale to look forwards and then exhale, rounding the spine up towards the ceiling. And then inhale, flat back, look forwards. Exhale, rounding the spine. And just keep going at your own pace. Taking it really slowly. So one more time. And then this time we're just going to widen the knees, tuck the toes under. We're going to come into our scooping cat. So if you've done this with me before, then go ahead. Otherwise, we'll just inhale forwards, exhale, round in the spine, and then just bring your bottom back towards your heels. And as you inhale, just look forwards. We're resting the elbows onto the ground and we're really pressing our fingertips. So it's almost as if we're trying to pull the hands back towards us, but they're stuck onto the ground. And then we push up. So exhale, round in the spine. Inhale to come forwards. Exhale, hugging baby up towards your spine. Bottom towards the heels. Elbows onto the ground. Inhale to move forwards. And again, this is really going to help to release any backache. It can be really nice and energizing. And it'll help you to build up a little bit of stamina for birth. So remembering that you can take a rest whenever you need to. one more time. And then coming all the way back up to centre. So keeping the feet where they are. You might want to untuck your toes, completely up to you. We're going to inhale the right arm up towards the sky. And then as we exhale, just thread that right arm underneath the left, coming as far down as you can onto your shoulder. And then just walking that left palm up. So relaxing here. Take a nice big long sigh. And really focus on breathing all the way sort of around this bra strap area. So as you inhale, can you really feel that expansion through the back of the ribs? Will also help to create lots of space around at the bottom of your back as well. So just noticing where you might need to soften and relax and let go. And then slowly walking that left hand in, pressing up. So again, have a little wriggle, maybe a cat-cow, whatever you need. Just trying to iron out all of those little niggles. And then this time we'll take the left arm, reaching it up tall, and then threading it all the way under, coming as far down as you can onto that shoulder, and then walking that right palm forwards. Relaxing the jaw, noticing where you're feeling it. How does it feel different from this side than it did to the other side? Just remembering to breathe all the way into this bra strap area. And then walking that right hand back in, coming all the way back up. Tucking the toes under, knees in. Walking the hands back in. So this time we're going to come into some core strengthening exercises. What I'll do is I'll show you, I think, three different variations that you can try. So you can start off at the level 1 and then build it up. So then if you end up coming back to this video, then you've got a little bit of progression that you can use throughout with your pregnancy. If you feel any sort of pressure down in your pelvic floor, then just keep the knees onto the ground and just really focus on your breathing. So taking both of the hands forwards, underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. So we're going to take a really big inhale, soft belly, and then as we exhale, we're going to keep the hips as still as we can. We're going to blow the breath out as if we're trying to blow out a candle. Okay, so inhale, and then as we exhale, we're going to take that right foot back and just allow the toes just to hover off of the floor as we inhale. And then as we exhale, bring the foot back in. Okay, so let me come forwards a bit so you can see my feet. So big inhale. And then as we exhale, slowly move the foot back, hovering off of the top of the floor. Inhale here. And then exhale, bring the feet back together. So that's your level 1. So if you haven't done that before, then just stick with this one. Just really trying to minimize any wobble through the hips. So I'll do it a few more times with you. So big inhale. Exhale, extend the leg. Inhale. And then exhale to bring the leg back in. So we're just moving on the exhale. So we'll take that to the left. Exhale, lengthen the foot back. Inhale. Exhale, bringing that leg back in. Lovely. And then if you want to bring it back to level 2, then we'll bring the arm in as well. So we're just bringing the arm forwards, allowing it just to hover above the ground, and then bringing it back in. So we're doing alternate arm and leg. So big inhale, exhale to lengthen, hovering it off the floor, and then exhale, bringing it back in. So we'll do that on the other side. Big inhale, exhale to lengthen, holding it there. Exhale, bringing it back in. And if you need to at all, just to give your wrists a little break, then feel free to just come back, give your toes a nice little stretch, and then circle the arms. So if you want to take it up to level 3, then that is a full alternate arm and leg lift. So we'll do that a few times. So again, these are all amazing exercises for your core. And if you can do this 3 times a week, then that would be amazing. And if you have any problems or if anything doesn't feel right, then just give me a private message and we can have a little chat and work out what's going on. So big inhale, exhale to lift, okay? And then inhale at the top, exhale down. So big inhale, exhale to extend and lift, holding it there for the inhale, and then exhale back down. And if it feels like too much at the moment to hold it for the inhale, then you can just move on the exhale. So I'll show you this one as well. So inhale, exhale, inhale to relax, exhale. And just do that a few times, maybe 8 reps of whichever level that you're doing. So I'll just give you a moment just to do a few more. You're really trying to minimise any wobble through the hips. So whenever you're ready, if you've got any pelvic pain or SBD, then always just keep your knees on the floor and then just work with the arm extensions. And then you'll want to just come into kneeling just to relax with one hand on your chest, one hand onto your bumps. And then for everyone else, we're going to keep the toes together, widen your knees, and then slowly move your bottom back towards your bottom. Just sway from side to side. And then you might want to just take 2 fists, resting your forehead onto your fists. Maybe just circling your head, just giving yourself a bit of a forehead massage. Or you might find that you can just rest your hands in front of you with your forehead onto the ground. And if you even want to just lie on your side, then that's completely welcome as well. So just coming into your golden thread breath here. So our final pose of the class today. So taking a big inhale and then just blow the breath away. Completely relax. Just notice if you're holding on to any tension. Can you just allow it to soften? Just let go. Just taking this moment just for you and your baby to completely relax. And then whenever you're ready, just walking the hands up towards you, bringing the knees in. We'll take one last big inhale up. Big old stretch, palms together. Exhale down to heart center, bowing your head. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you found the pelvic floor exercises useful. And as I say, if you can practice your pelvic floor exercises a couple of times a day, or even just when you're brushing your teeth in the morning and then at night time. And then your core exercises, if you can do that about 3 times a week. So even if you watch this video again, I'll do a few more as well over the next few weeks, just so you can help to build up that strength. But definitely really focus on the relaxing and the letting go of your pelvic floor, because as I say, when you go to give birth, then that is really, really important for you to be able to just try and relax and soften, because we really want to try and just release, open and make lots of space for your baby to come out. So thank you so much for practicing with me. As always, if you need anything, just email me or send me a message on Facebook. Okay, lovely. See you all soon. Bye.